What's going on, YouTube? Sean here, and welcome to episode 9 of the Godzilla Rewatch. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about the movie Destroy All Monsters, a film that was originally envisioned as the end of the Godzilla franchise. But as we all know, money talks, so they kept making more and more. And then we would follow this one up with, ooh, boy, I can't wait to talk about that one. But anyways, Destroy All Monsters. This film was basically like the Avengers of its time, in a way, where it just brought together every single monster basically in Toho's lineup. Of course, there's some that aren't there. You don't have your Ebras. You don't have your, well, other monsters that I'm sure Toho made. I'm losing track. I can't think off the top of my head. But yes, you basically have almost every single monster in Toho's lineup in this movie. And when you see the monsters on screen, it's awesome. And when you don't, it's not. Destroy All Monsters is one, like, when I was little, I was like, yeah, Destroy All Monsters, Destroy All Monsters. And I'm like, okay, it's cool seeing all the monsters, but the rest of the film, the Kilax, I can't stand the Kilax. They're such lackluster villains. They don't have the charm of the Exilians. They don't have the charisma of the Simians. They don't have, and come to think of it, they're just the worst. They're some of the absolute worst villains in the Godzilla franchise. I'll take the Seatopians over them. I'll take the cockroach people from Godzilla vs. Gigan. I just can't stand the Kilax. They're just so meh. They're such meh villains, and they really help drag the movie down. And, like, the story on top of that, like, it's simple. It's just boring for the most part. Aside from when the monsters are on screen, I just don't really find myself all that interested in the film. Maybe that's because, in some way, shape, or form, I didn't own this one as a kid and don't have a nostalgic connection and grew up used to it. But even then, like, there's still some where I can watch now and be like, okay, I like the cast in this one. This one, I mean, the actors, I'm sure they're fine in other things, but I just don't really particularly care for them in this film. Like, that's kind of how I am about Destroy All Monsters. Love the monster stuff, love the music. I think the ending climax is pretty cool, and it's seeing the monsters rampage on everything. But aside from that, there's just not enough in this movie to keep me going. It's not enough monster action. It's like it's spread out super thin throughout the movie, and I just find myself bored during the alien drama. I've just seen better aliens done in the Godzilla franchise. And like I said, the monster battle's cool. It's cool seeing them all go toe-to-toe against King Ghidorah at the end and just beat the shit out of him. Which, you know, what is King Ghidorah? How many fucking aliens does he get spread across throughout? Like, you know what I mean? He's got the Exilians, he's got, you know, Zone Fighter, whatever was in that, you got the cockroach people, and then you got these guys. King Ghidorah is like a rent-a monster. He just gets around town quite a bit. He's the town bicycle. Like, everybody's had a ride in terms of controlling him. Like, he's been controlled by so many different things. It's kind of ridiculous at this point. Oh, and the Futurians in the Heisei series. So yeah, King Ghidorah gets around quite a bit in terms of being passed around by other evil villains. So he's that go-to monster. I remember hearing rumors of, like, they were going to do, like, the Return of King Ghidorah type movie where it was explained, like, okay, that's not the original King Ghidorah. So, yeah, maybe they'll do that one day. I don't know. But yeah, we got King Ghidorah coming up, and he looks awesome. But yeah, another disappointment I have is that in the climax, it's cool to see all the monsters, but a lot of them don't really do anything. I mean, Varan's there. He doesn't do anything. He shows up and just sits to the side. Poor Varan. He had his one movie, and that was it. He didn't have anything else after that. He just had this little cameo, and, like, he's not really doing anything in any other Godzilla films. I'm kind of bummed that we didn't get that version of GMK where Varan and Anguirus were in there with Baragon. I think it was Anguirus. Yeah, like, where Varan was in there. Poor guy just doesn't get anything. I guess it's just more disappointment. But yeah, shoot, what else can I say about Destroy All Monsters? I usually forget a lot of it by the time I'm done watching it. I just remember the final battle. I think the final shot where all the monsters are on the island. I like the concept of the monster island where it's just like, okay, we've learned to live in harmony with these different monsters, and now we have them on their own island. I think that's kind of cool. Oh, another thing, this one's set in the year 1999, so we're in the future, and yet they're still wearing those ridiculous-ass outfits. Who am I kidding? People wear ridiculous-ass outfits in the future. Actually, this isn't really the future anymore. This is like 20 years in the past now at this point. So, yeah, kind of crazy to think about. All those people are going to be disappointed when they see Phantom Menace that year. I don't know, I'm just messing around. But, yeah. The human element is kind of dull. The villains are pretty lackluster. The monster stuff is cool, but there needs to be more of it. The final battle is cool, but Ghidorah on his own against all these monsters really stands no chance. It's just cool to see all of them come together for one big hurrah. And, that's one thing I do like about it. It's just cool seeing all the monsters on screen. We never got anything remote. The closest we got to this, again, was in Godzilla Final Wars. But even then, I wish we would have gotten a movie with every single monster Toho's ever used in a single film. Like, give me the Gargantuas. I don't know, were the Gargantuas at this time? I don't think they were. I'd have to check again. I don't know what year Destroy All Monsters came out off the top of my head. But yeah, it would be really cool to see a movie with every single Toho monster just ever produced on screen in one single film. So, but they got a lot of them. They got a lot of them in this one, and then the closest to this is like Final Wars. So, yeah. I think that's all I really need to say about Destroy All Monsters. Later on this year, I'll do that re-review on it, but like I said, outside of the monster stuff, I don't care for the human element all that much. I like the music, and that's about it. So, let me know in the comments below what you think of Destroy All Monsters. I know it's a very popular one due to the abundance of monsters in it, but I feel like this one could have been a whole hell of a lot better. What are your thoughts on it? Let me know in the comments below. We can talk about this movie some more. Stay tuned tomorrow as we're going to talk about everyone's favorite Godzilla film, Godzilla's Revenge. And, yes, I can't wait to talk about that one. That's going to be fun. So, alright, thanks for listening, everybody. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.